What's going on, guys? I'm your old mate, Dr. Cuts. This is Encyclopedia A, and you're watching Just the Tippin'. Tonight, we're interviewing someone you all know over in Australia, Mr. Jay Chun Tie, who's the owner, driver, creator, master behind Tiny Towing.
And if you don't know him, you're about to find
out. Welcome, Jay. How are you, mate?
Good, very good, guys.
Pleased to hear.
Welcome, bro. Kia ora.
Kia ora. You're in Townsville, Straya.
Yep. North Queensland and Australia.
Yep. You get about 3 days of rain there a year. I know this.
Yeah. Yeah, always at the worst 3 days possible.
Yeah. I lived in North Ward, Belgian Gardens, and over on Maggie Island for a little bit, actually.
Oh, yep.
Maggie
good
Island.
areas.
Yeah, all bloody good. So listen, mate, Tiny Towing, tell us about this rig that you've got. It's a Suzuki Carry. Is that the 600cc model?
Yeah, it's around the 600cc. It's the old two-stroke, three-cylinder originally.
Yes.
So it's a 78 model, so she's a bit older.
Righto.
But yeah, so it's been extended, obviously, a little bit to the rear end, about a metre off the chassis.
Right, I was going to ask, so it's a metre. That's pretty good.
She's long.
Yeah, about a metre longer than factory. It's still all, the front end's still all factory. Factory suspension, factory brakes,
Interesting.
factory everything.
Wow.
Chassis. We still use all the original chassis except the extension.
Brakes? Did you say brakes?
The original leaf hangers, so we're using the rear leaf hangers as now the front leaf spring hangers.
Wow.
And it's just extended out from there, so it's like 90% original.
Interesting.
Bar that extension.
and wow, how's that to drive? I mean, that sounds like it would be very quite an experience. You'd have to have some muscles on you, really. Yeah.
Steering's fairly light still, because obviously the front wheels are only small. They're a 12-inch rim.
Right.
So they're small, but that's the biggest size rim they came with. They came originally with a 10-inch.
Okay.
So
all right.
extended a bit there, but there's no power steering. There's no power brakes or anything either. It's just drum brakes.
Wow.
You know, just your master cylinder, slave. That's it.
You seem to stop okay.
Over the wheels.
Drive it off the pedal.
Is where the difference is, because you're sitting in a different position. So
right.
the feel of everything's off.
Yes.
It's hard to describe, but it's not easy to drive. It's just something you've got to get your head around, and then you've got to work with the car with what it wants to do.
So how long have you been driving Tiny Towing?
Probably about 8 years, I think, now.
Right, so it's a reason you've had a bit of experience behind that wheel there. I mean, we when we first just logged on tonight, we had a look at your trophy cabinet behind you. And you can have a move aside and show people if you like.
Trophies,
and even go through them, bro.
There's a bit, it's hard to see, but that's sort of most of it, gist of it.
Yeah, man. Like,
here and there.
So the
Red Centre, some from Rocky. We just got a tip-in award from Brush Nats we just went through.
I saw that. That was sick.
Tropical Meltdown ones. I think what else we got? It's not our local comps. We got I've got some stuff up there actually from Motorcanas.
oh yes.
The local Motorcana series for the year. We came second overall out of everyone. So
wicked.
Had a bit of a crack in driving the technical course and went all right.
Yeah. I mean, how's the long, like, I guess you've only been skidding it with the long wheelbase. Was that a decision right at the beginning, or?
Okay, so I didn't build the whole car originally, but the build of it was done by someone we knew previously.
Right.
So it was built mid-90s.
All right.
And the 95, 96, I would say.
As a burnout vehicle?
Yeah, as a burnout vehicle, and they did some drag racing in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got sold off to another mate, and then sort of got lost in backyards and sheds for a while. Right. And then it came up for sale at a swap meet, actually. We spotted it. We didn't get it at that meet, but then a friend of mine got it. And then, so it's always like a friend of a friend you sort of know. And he knew the original guy as well. And
good work.
Sort of offered it back to them, but then, it came off for sale and we picked it up off him.
In Townsville? In Townsville?
Yeah, in Townsville, yep. It was only a charge of 1,000 swap meet, so an hour and a half inland.
Oh, yes,
And then, we picked it up as a promo car, because we've got a tow truck business, so I thought, we'll pick it up. We'll restore it back to its former glory and use it as a promo car. We might do a skid comp here or there. And then, you know how it goes. You do one skid comp and it just escalates and sort of...
Yeah, they're kind of addictive. They're kind of addictive.
1,000 sets later.
Sorry?
1,000 sets later, it's just a booming career.
Yeah.
Well, how many sets have you actually done, Jay?
I haven't kept count, to be honest.
Right.
It'd be hard to.
A lot of comps we do, they're 3 skids per comp, usually do a practice skid. But in the early days, we used to double enter, so we'd do V8s and pros. So we're doing skids in a day.
Yes.
Plus a practice skid or something, you know, so I don't know.
So you've got to be, you've got to be eight years at doing six sets or 60 sets a year. 10 comps, 6 sets, type 60 a year for 8 years. What's that? Like 400 and something?
That's,
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
That's Kiwi math, so I don't know if it's fucking right. Like, don't believe me, I'm not a rocket scientist.
Yeah. Plus we do, like I said, we do the motor cars, we did a drifty event. We've done roll racing, we've done off-street drag, power skids, like...
Driveway skids, gender reveals. Yeah. That's pretty... So, what's your background, Jay, in burnouts? Like, so before you had Tiny Towing, what were you up to? Were you skidding?
Straight out of school I was.
Legally?
Yeah, legally actually.
Oh, yeah.
Because at the local drag strip, they used to run a skid comp every month.
Right.
So you'd have 10 comps a year plus the final type deal. So
yeah.
And that was just a drag strip. They used to have another place called The Farm. They used to do comps there as well. And then I think Charters and Ingham used to have them as well, an Arrowway. So drag out of school, I had a little 4-cylinder Datto. Worked engine. Yeah. 2 litre, twin side draft Webers, revs for like 9.
Okay.
It's pretty good for back in the day. It's manual, it's my daily.
Yeah, right.
I drove the skid comp, back seat full of tyres.
12-inch rims, 12-inch rims.
Yeah, nah. No, I think they were only 14s or 15s back then. But yeah, same deal. I just drove it there, skidded, drove it home. It only caught me out once. I did a clutch and happened to be in air.
Oh yeah.
So I had to get a trailer to tow me home, but I still won an award for the event. Yeah. So after that, had a bit of a break in between, and then got back into it with Tiny, really.
Right. Okay. So you're basically just a hoon, I guess, like us all.
I guess.
You know, it's not a bad thing around here.
I haven't really done the stuff on the street because I think the laws were just coming in where they're getting harsh if you got caught. Yeah. And we had enough variety of being able to do it legally. Yeah. So we had a circuit we could do on the racetrack. We had a drag strip we could race, drag. We had like off-road rally stuff. So you could do rallies. We got a hill climb. We just did one on the weekend actually. Okay. Just gone. Yeah. With a local hill, Mount Stewart, you might remember.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
Yeah, I remember Mount Stewart.
Yeah. So we just raced up there. So we had a town that had everything you needed.
So you're obviously doing quite a bit of other motorsport stuff as well. Then, not just burnouts.
Yeah. We pretty much do everything. So we got that. We got actually. So we've just done burnouts the last 2 weekends. But then last weekend it was canned, Saturday night skids. Sunday morning I was doing a hill climb, so I had to hot shot back to town. Okay. This weekend they got a drift event and roll racing. Yes. And a new facility. Okay. Yeah, so pretty much anything that comes up that we can do, we will do.
That's really good to hear, man. And so what?
I like to drive. I'd say I'm just a driver, so or a steering wheel attendant. I'd say.
Yeah,
steering wheel
As long as I can get in the car and have a steer, I'm pretty happy, no matter what we're doing.
Well, I mean, you're obviously reasonably good at it. Let's be honest. In fact, you're really fucking good at it. The way you throw Tiny around is pretty special. And like, I'm interested to know, like, what's your influences growing up? Was you, because you know you're fully into the motorsport, all sorts of areas of it. Like, did you grow up in a motorsport family, or did you just happen to trip over on a banana and hit your head and get into cars?
No, just I personally always been into cars. I don't know why, just always loved them. Something about them. You know how it is. You're either in it or you're not.
Yeah,
so,
fully.
Yeah, no real motorsport in the family growing up. Just interested in it. And then you met people, or you looked up to people who were doing it, and you met them. I remember going to a burnout concert as a kid. And then you'd see the guys, you know, skidding, and then you're like, yeah, cool. And then a few years later, you start skidding, and then they start talking to you.
Yeah.
And you become friends with, you know, people you looked up to, like, even like Gary Myers, you know, like everyone looked up to him skidding.
I was about to ask you, just sort of to cut in, like, as that being that young aspect, who were those you looked up? Obviously Gary Myers, but was there anyone else? Because there was a few around. There wasn't just him, sort of in those earlier days.
No, but like the people like from back then, like, you know, you remember watching them and then actually meeting them. So I met Gary at an Ingham car show, and they came up and did demos one day.
Right.
And he just talks to you like you're any, like everyone else. He just talks to you like you're a normal person, like he's a normal person. There's no hierarchy of, you know, like his popularity.
Yes.
But as the years gone on, we got back into it again, or we've gotten to see him again and meet him again, and he just, you know, still built a bit of a friendship and a bond that's just
good.
from a mutual love of the sport, I guess.
Yeah, you got a tough burnout community over there. You do have.
Yeah. It's tight and it's tough, it's competitive, but if you're not competing against each other, you're not moving the sport forward.
Correct.
There's no the more everyone pushes each other, the better it works out for everyone. Like,
100%. And I see a bit of the, you know, we've got a bit of community spirit, motorsport spirit, burnout crew spirit in New Zealand amongst the teams, and we go to different events, and one of the cars will have, you know, it's got a fucked, I don't know, igniter on LS, and all of a sudden someone turns up from the other side of the arena with a coil for it, and she's all go. And I think that's
cool.
I think there's just a lot of respect for other people in the motorsport because it's not so well accepted everywhere else. And do you find that over there? What's it like in Australia? Because there's a little bit of...
So yeah, we've got the same thing. We call it like the burnout family.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've had it where, you know, your car's played up or needs a part, and you might have, like, I've finished my round and someone's car needed for something. I said, well, just take it off mine, and then you can go last and still make the rounds. And then the guys have gone and placed, you know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't have even competed otherwise. But like, I didn't need the part at the time, or your car's out without a friend like Bubba and Kev Davis with E for who runs Tropical Meltdown.
Yes, right.
So Rocky Nap, he split a fuel tank, fuel everywhere, biggest fire. That's it. He was out. He made finals. Bubba did a gearbox. He's like, oh, I'll just take the tank out of mine, fit it into your ute.
How good.
The fittings were different. Like blowing it. We did it hard to make it fit. And we fitted it, I don't know, probably within the hour. So we could get out and still make finals, you know, like. Everyone's sort of happy to help out, you know, within the community, like, just to get you back out there. Like, yes, we're all competing against each other, but
100%.
At the end of the day, you don't want to win by default. You'd rather and know that you've competed.
Exactly. Just winning because.
I mean, like, everyone's usually travel.
Yes.
Others, but at the end of the day, you're all there to have fun. You're all there to enjoy the sport.
Yep.
So, you know,
Well,
you can help
the,
do all that.
the last time we
They'll
experienced...
have a beer at the end of it afterwards.
Exactly, and we experienced that here at a competition. Was that earlier this year? Aussie Assault, which is an event at a motorsport park here in New Zealand in the North Island, and it's all for Aussie vehicles, Fords and Holdens and Valiants, obviously. And there's two Explorers, Ford. Were they Ford Explorers? No, Ford Territories here in New Zealand. One Crunk Motorsports KM Taxi. And the other one is
Mad Bear.
Mad Barras. So KM Taxi's got an LS in it, and Mad Barras got like a 700 horsepower Barra in it. And they were both at the same event down in Taupo. And Mitchell and KM Taxi blew an axle, I think, as you do, is quite popular in these territories. And he had nothing. Well, the crew from Mad Barras, Aiden, basically, he's the mechanic. Shane's the driver. Aiden's like the mechanic. He did the whole job. They had a spare axle. He changed it for him, you know, the opposing team, and got them back on the track. And that's pretty much an accurate description of what the whole community's like here in New Zealand, to be honest with you.
Should be like that everywhere. Should
That's
just
good to
be.
hear, yeah.
Have you been to New Zealand yourself, or with your family at all, bro, or travelled here?
We did visit once. It was a few years ago now, be close to 10 years. Is
Wow.
around when they had those big volcanoes going off with a whole heap of ash in the...
Oh, right. That might have been more than 10 years ago, actually, bro. Yeah, that might have been more than 10 years.
There were earthquakes.
Yeah.
Big one. But what was there, like all the after tremors
I'm a
and
bit
stuff.
Ray's got a cold, just saying, sorry for the coffee. He's got a bit of a cold. But no, I remember the time, bro. It was quite a way back. So do you follow any of the drivers over here? Do you know anybody in New Zealand?
Yes. We follow a few of them. Obviously, I met Nadia when he came over for the first time for his summer hats.
Yep.
Obviously, follow his adventures. He's fairly active on the socials.
He is, Fitzroy, absolutely.
He's Rusty 8 as well.
Yes, nice.
Been following his socials for a while. We've met him a couple of times when he went to Summer Nats, and he came for Brash Nats as well. He actually came in for the skid.
He did, Paul Henry, that's right. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. There's a couple others over there. There's Low Life.
Arnie?
Yeah. What's Rick Fuller's old car, Full On? That's over there now.
Oh.
And
We don't know about
We
that.
don't know about that. Well, Ray doesn't. Encyclopedia Ray.
Who owns that, I wonder?
and then I've lost my track now.
Would that be a VK? Is that a previous VK that Rick Fuller had, bro?
No. It's like a green BDU. Can't think of it now.
BE.
Full on.
Got the Camaro.
No. Ricky Islands.
Oh, so yeah,
Ricky Islands one.
Roger.
Yes.
Ricky Islands one. Right. That's full on, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's full on, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got, but his other ute now is full on X. And then...
Right, okay. No, Ricky Island. Okay, sorry. Yep, we got a bit confused there.
Yep.
We're with you.
Yeah. So there's a few over there. There's a couple others I was following. There's one, it was like a little Corolla and had a 1UZ in it. But I think he was selling the motor out of it.
Okay.
Then we had, little Ricky, that little Frankie.
Oh, yes.
Turbo Sarah.
Yeah. So Ricky, we spoke to him the other night, and he was full on admitting your vehicle was a big inspiration for that build, including the colour.
Yeah, so I started following him from the start.
Yeah.
I don't know, it must have just popped up in my feed or whatever. It was interesting. He kept along. We obviously chatted
Ricky
a bit.
Blackburn.
We've met a couple of times since he's been over, since he moved over here.
Yes.
Caught up with him at Power Cruise and one of the Fridays.
He has said, yeah.
A couple of times now. Yeah.
He's a cool fella, bro. He's right into it.
Have you seen his new build?
I've seen photos and videos of it yet, not in person, but yeah, no, it's a work in progress, but it's getting there. It's moving along well. I reckon it'll be a good thing once he's back out there. And like any new build, you're gonna have teething problems again. So but he's pretty robust. He'll muscle through and work through them. And
well, he's doing well. He's doing well on it, and he's progressing quite nicely, and he's talented. You know, he's a good engineer. He's a good fabber. So we're pretty confident it's going to be pretty cool. Venom, we're looking forward to it.
Rock the Venom.
Yeah. I've been for a ride in Skanky. I've been for a skid in Frankie over here, man. With Ricky behind the wheel. It was something special.
She can pedal.
So, have you got an inspiration? Who's your inspirations? Like, I guess you talked about who you looked up to in the old days, but is there anybody that you're like, fuck yeah, this dude's the one? Like, I you know, inspirational.
Hard to say. Like everyone, I've gotten to know quite a lot of them, and it's weird. You know, like when you like, you know, you meet your star type deal. It's always weird. Like even walking up to some of the drivers now, they still feel like, oh, that's you know, like that's Roll with one tough HT, or you know, that's Lynchy, and you know, all the guys, they're big names. You still feel a little bit weird walking up to them, like saying g'day, even though we all know each other. We're all, you know, friends within the community.
Yes.
But you still look up to all the guys that've been around forever. You know, like. Yeah, you still got like your Rick Fuller, and you got all the big cars. You can't really narrow it down to one. Obviously, Lynchy, you look up to Lynchy for his driving style. He's always been that little bit out there and pushing the limits. And then you got like Jacko's Lux, which is pretty much the carbon copy of what Lynchy does.
Yeah,
it's good to see that there's two guys really pushing the limits of their cars. Like
Lynchy's so humble.
Push their cars. I think the most.
Well, you're in that realm of group too, bro. Like, you know, you probably you don't take notice of yourself on all the events and stuff that you've done. Obviously, you know, don't look at the trophies behind you, but other people that see skids, you know, I've seen you at some of that. I've seen you go through. You know, you know, as we'll mention and bring up, like you just scored yourself a wild card.
Yeah.
You know, like
Masters. Sorry, some of that.
You're up there too. You know.
Yeah, we've done well for what we've got. I think we're definitely punching above our weight. We're pushing as much as we can with the car. It's just, it's never really built for that level of competition, you know what I mean? It's just built for more fun.
Well, so give everybody a rundown then on what you're running, bro. What's the rig? What's your engine, trans, diff, fuel, ECU combo? Like, what's the setup?
Yeah, so we were LS1 for a long time. Like originally, we were just LS1. We've just gone now to a 6-litre cup.
Right.
LS2. So we're just running a carby, single carby.
Nice.
So converted from EFI to carby with an MSD box.
Yes.
It's currently a 950 on there now, 950 quick fuel.
Nice.
E85, we just run the pump. United, our local United servo, I just fill up from there. So no special E85, just regular stuff from the pump.
Yep.
We got a built turbo 400 gearbox.
Good.
Just manualised. I don't know, it was built for probably 800 horsepower. It's never been a drama for us. Love and life. I think it's a Dominator converter, about a 3/8 stall.
Nice, yeah, right. Good.
Custom little tail shaft. Probably only, you know, a foot long, but it's no cheaper getting those made, I'll tell you that.
No, I bet.
It's just, and it's just an old Hilux dip. So the old Toyota Hilux dips from probably the early 80s.
Yep.
And it's one of the rare short ones, which apparently all the rally guys and the RX3 guys could use for drag racing.
Okay, interesting.
So we've struggled to find another one to get some spare axles. So we're currently looking at cutting down some and getting some custom axles made because we've got some slight bends the ones we got now. So
So
we found out when we put on the hub dyno.
yeah, oh right, okay, yeah, that'll tell you.
Yeah, man, that was really small. The roll dyno, you don't really notice it, but
No.
the hub dyno doesn't hide anything. So
Do we got a number on that?
yeah, so that's,
Yeah, what's your hearse purse? How many
Do we
hearse
got the number on
purse?
the dyno?
well, yeah, we just put that one on the dyno before we went away. It made 505 horsepower at the hubs.
Nice.
So it was a fairly conservative tune. I think it was in the 10s, like 10.8 air fuels,
Righto.
23 degrees of timing. So
Okay. Nice.
pretty rich.
Yep,
Not
yep.
a lot of timing in it. We just put it in there so it was happy and safe, and it made a good enough number. Like we didn't need that much. So
Yeah, that's quite
the
rich.
plan is to then get we did waiting on a manifold, tall, equal length run manifold.
Mm-hmm.
So once that rocks up, we'll retune it. We'll put 2 tunes. So we'll tune it for burnouts, which will be a rich tune, and then we'll lean it out a bit for actual racing, like roll racing and operate drags and that sort of stuff. So we can just quickly change the jetting, and if we need to change the timing curve, we can. Just go between the two, say for like a power cruise.
Yes.
We can change it for racing and whatnot, and then put the other tune in just for burnouts and hour skids maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
that's the plan so far. We're looking to do a little bit more racing with it.
yeah, so okay, what's the difference between the rear wheel tyre combo that you're running as far as a burnout and then the other motorsport disciplines? What do you run for skids? What do you run for roll race?
We usually just skid 17, just like a 235, 45, 17.
Right.
The generic size is not too pricey on tyres.
Yeah.
For cost wise. For roll racing and all the rest, we're changing them around a bit. We're running a 275 60 15.
Wow.
We've just tried a 275 50 15 just to make it a bit smaller diameter. Partly because those tyres actually sit a little bit wider over the 60 series, even though they're technically the same width. They're actually almost an inch wider.
Right.
And the smaller diameter might help with our overall drive ratio to give us a better ratio.
Yeah, of course.
Like the final drive ratio to try and get a bit more acceleration. So that's what we're looking at. But in the future, we're looking to run a big, one of those new, the PSR tyres, like the 315s or 325s, I think they are. So
Nice.
do a 325 15, so like a 10-inch, minimum 10-inch rim.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, I think that'll be enough that we can properly stand on it to get off the line a bit better.
That's epic.
Even with the 275, we're just paving it in second gear.
Right.
And it still lights up. So
Wow.
Even with that longer wheelbase, it'd still be quite a light unit overall, wouldn't it?
yeah, okay, that's a question I get asked a lot, and I really do have to weigh it. I've never weighed it, so I don't really know what it weighs.
Right.
It was funny because when we went to Power Cruise the first time, obviously a lot of those guys are racers.
Yeah.
The first question everyone asked me was, what does it weigh?
Right.
And it would have been 200 people at least after that. I will have to go and weigh it. I don't know, it'd have to be around the ton mark.
I was thinking my thoughts was like 900 or something like that.
But well balanced.
Yeah, at the stage, like, an LS is, what are they, 300 and something kilos?
Yeah, I thought the 280 or something, but they're not that heavy, but yeah.
400s don't weigh that much. The highlight stiffs aren't that light. They're pretty heavy.
Well, you've not got a lot of weight over the rear tyres, really, over the rear wheels, have you? That's all of it's in the front.
Yeah, I don't know, because the tank is behind the diff.
Right.
So all the weight behind there. We've put some lead weight behind there as well, just to put more ballast back there. But the tray itself, the tray tilts up. That's quite heavy as well. It's like a 2-person lift. So
putting extra ballast in the back. Why did you do that? Were you not producing enough smoke? What was the deal?
Yeah, so that was part of it. Try and put more drive into the back end of it. A lot of guys do the same, whether it's with steel bars or whatever. Or another one is like your rear quarters.
Yeah, concrete.
Little gap you normally have in the rear quarter part, they'll fill it with concrete. So helps with the weight, helps with when the tyres hit it doesn't bash in the guards as well.
Yes,
And if you accidentally hit the wall.
Yeah, hitting the wall.
All the tyres and stuff. See how many tyres stuff it just
peels it apart.
Yeah. They're full of concrete. It's not going to push them in too bad. So, yeah, and then obviously for racing, trying to get off the line's a bit hard. Like I said, we start in second gear, for racing, and we're only babying the throttle, the wheel spins for the first 100 metres or so.
That's
help that.
No, that's got to be a bit frustrating too, because you know that you've got so much more power that you could lay down there.
Yeah, and it's fairly stiff in the rear end. I mean, we're still running leaf springs with just an old shock. I don't even know. To be honest, I don't think the shocks even work. I think they just sit there and springs. But they've been in there since they look 20-year-old. And they're just a standard leaf spring pack for a Hilux, you know. But it doesn't axle trample, so.
Well, that's the thing that's going to make you change that is the tramp. So if you don't have the axle tramp, you're not really going to think about it, are you?
No. Well, it was same deal. Wouldn't mind putting a proper set of slicks on it for once and just do one sort of Hail Mary down the drag strip just sort of see what it'll run.
Have you got
a quick one down the track at Red Centre, I think it was. There's just some old tyres. Same deal, started in second gear, it spun off the line, and I think we did 11.2 or something at 126.
Wow.
Still pretty respectable.
It's a burnout car, you realise that, eh?
It's maybe 10-second car, but it'd be nice to know what it can do if you actually stand off the line, you know, but we'll get there. We'll get there one thing at a time, you know, just chip away at it and have a crack at it when the time comes.
Oh, it's got a life, that truck. So what's your favourite pad to skid in Australia? That obviously all the time that you've been doing it, what's your preference? Or they're all the same now?
For the fun factor, our local up at Springmount, probably.
Right.
It's got a massive. The run-in's as long as you want.
Okay.
And the pad is huge. The pad's long, it's wide, it's all concrete. The viewing for the spectators is because they've got like a raised wall. So they only stand a few metres behind that, so you can literally see the crowd while you're skidding.
Right.
That's pretty good, and it's similar to Sydney.
Right, race it,
So I think Sydney is slightly wider and shorter. And Springmount's slightly longer and a little bit narrower, but overall they're both massive pads. So they're two fun pads to skid on, but then you get the technical ones. So like Summernaps is obviously technical, and it's obviously the pinnacle of the sport. And so then obviously you've got like Red Centre, their pads sort of based similar to it, like similar feel. Red Centre, that's hard because some of the walls where you tip in, they're not the same distance.
Right.
So when you tip in one wall's earlier than the other,
okay.
Coming back on the pad, one side is shorter than the other, it's weird. So, but just things like that you got to know. And like some pads, like Summernaps and Sydney, they're actually cambered quite bad. If you can't tell till you're on it.
Yes, they're down towards that exit level.
It's not always the driver making a mistake, it's just the camber's catching them and you can't steer, out of the camber.
Yeah.
Especially if you just lost your tyres.
Yeah. So, a little bit of stuff on the pad and, everything's always a bit different. It could be some fluid on the pad, some kitty litter or just excess rubber that builds up over your tyre.
Yeah.
There's heaps of fun pads. Like every event's what you make it.
Yeah, 100%.
So, it might be the best event with everything going on with the weather and whatnot, but you make the best of what you can of the event, and that's sort of all you can do. But,
just have fun getting your sets off.
Sorry?
Have fun getting your sets off. That's what it's about.
Yeah, absolutely. Like just do what you can at the event with whatever it offers. Just make the most of it. That's what I try and do.
Have you been following the Aussies over in the United States on Burnout Masters and the Power Cruise USA tours?
Yes. I've been trying to follow them as much as I can. They're getting very active with their content now, so there's a lot to get through.
It's so good though, isn't it?
I agree.
It's so good though. I mean, honestly, fuck, there's just some amazing shit. I mean, how's that?
Yeah.
Lynchy saved the other day. Lynchy, was it yesterday? Like, didn't even stop buttoning off until he just had to break at that exact point, coming back towards that barrier, and the photographer, fuck, it was amazing.
He's very aware of where he is, even though he's spinning around like 5 times or whatever speed. He's very aware of where he is and how much closer he's getting. So he realises, can I do another loop or can I not?
Yes.
You know, he's very, very conscious of where he is and how close he's going. Yeah, but I remember hearing with Cuddles when he first told me he was planning to go over there. I was super excited for him. Like, before anything really was announced with others.
Right.
Want to go over.
Yeah.
And it's like proper excited for him. He's such a good bloke. He's just one of the guys that gets in, does it, happy to do it himself. He doesn't know how to do it. He'll just learn. Yeah. It's really good to watch him over there, just getting through it. And
he's loving it too. He's loving it. He's got good content.
When you're speaking to him next, bro, can you please put a little thing, because we really want to get him on the show for...
We've been talking to him.
And just, have this exactly like you say, because we know he's a real good looking, like, good chap to look like talking to. So we'd like to talk to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's probably the time frame difference over there might be hard to coordinate while he's there, but...
I think they're busy. I think they're very, very busy people, and... it's pretty cool. Have you got, Ray, what is that question you normally ask about what I just talked about, the B and the M? Sorry? Does he play it?
Oh, sorry, well, game got it. Burnout Masters game, bro. Have you got it downloaded on your devices, any of them, or your children?
Yeah, I do, and my young fella also has on his as well,
How old's your son?
He's 14.
Nice.
So,
he's labelled the skid kid. He was labelled that when he was about 6, I think.
Nice.
We've been coming in tiny since we've had it.
Oh, yes.
So at a local event up at Springmount there, he's been able to come in as a skid passenger.
Yeah.
Since he's about 6-year-old.
Wicked.
And loves it. So he's usually, in there any chance he's allowed to. Obviously different places have different rulings on ages.
Yes.
But he's got his own skid card.
So before you get into that, I was about to ask you a question. Can you give us a rundown on Tiny Whiny, please?
Oh, yeah. So that was technically his car, and we're getting it ready for him to skid at a local comp. So it's just a BA Falcon Barra, just an NA Barra, and it's had a M90 supercharger put on top.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tough car.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't know about that one, eh?
No.
Obviously, it's been mounted in the centre just because that's where it's supposed to look. I know a lot of people said 6 cylinders, it should be to the sides, so straight on top of the manifold, but we like the look of it being on top.
It looks tough.
In the middle.
Yep.
It looks good. The whole idea behind it was just to make that blower whine. So that was the basic theme of it. Like, do what we have to do to make it whine. So smaller pulley to make it rev a bit higher, to over boost it, like overdrive it a bit. We had to make sure we put a muffler in it, because we found if the exhaust is too loud, you won't hear the whine.
Yes, right. Good call.
And manage the exhaust note so you can still hear the blower whine. So
Tiny Whiny, I like it. That's fucking gold.
Yeah.
So obviously your young fella, he'd be itching to get into comps here.
Yeah, it's been hard because we've had some places that were going to start having 14-year-olds in it, and that's been moved up to now 16.
Right.
So we're building up for him to skid this year, and insurances have changed and whatnot. So currently in our states it's hard. I know up in Darwin, like NT and WA, you can get to some comps that allow it.
Right.
Anything we've been getting to lately hasn't, so it's just been a bit more difficult. I'm pretty sure Gazinats, I'll have to check again now, but Gazinats here used to be able to skid up there.
Right.
So one of Gary Myers' shows, so
Yeah.
I think we're planning on doing that next year. I think a few of us have locked that in. We're going to try and get to it when the date's released.
That'll be wicked.
That's next year. We'll see how that goes.
Look forward to seeing you there.
So is there anywhere close by that your young fella gets any experience? Like, does he get to skid?
We have a private local pad we have access to, yeah.
Right.
And we can go there and have
Excellent.
He's obviously been there quite a bit.
Yep.
I throw down on a couple of cars he's had. He's building a bit of a portfolio, so he's got a couple of cars, but he's getting to sell a couple and concentrate more on just sort of one and build some things up. But obviously we've got a few years now that till he can compete properly, so
yeah.
Oh, he'll be. I think he'll be well ready just without even knowing him.
Oh yeah, no, he'd be so itching to go, and he'll be in there.
Yeah, we've got him to do, like, he's got his Motorsports Australia licence, like your CAMS thing, and he's done some motor karmas and stuff with us as well, just to get honed sort of the finer motor skills of changing directions, like sort of drifting between cones, but yeah. So he's done that, and he picked that up pretty well and pretty quick, so he's comfortable behind the wheel. It's not like he's nervous, it's not like he's flustered, everything's
excellent.
He's like pretty cool and collected when he's steering. He'll just let go of the wheel and, like as you do, it's like an old soul. He's picked it up pretty quick. So yeah, when the time comes, it should be good. Yeah.
That's cool. Is he a follower of Lincoln Whittet, the young Whittet?
I'd say be a big follower of him and Mr Mullet over anything.
Oh yeah. He's he obviously because he's young, he's on socials a fair bit. He follow a few of them. Yeah.
Tell me, have you skidded yourself? Like, obviously, Tiny Whiny. You got to set off on that.
Yeah. So I've been skidding. I skidded it last year. Every couple we're making changes, just changing a few little things here and there, like in Sonic 85 and changing that. We're looking to probably change diff gears now. Putting coolers on it and just changing a few little things each time to sort of just to get to a point where it's as reliable as you can have it to do back-to-back skids. So it's pretty close now.
So what diff gears are you changing it to? 411s?
I think that they got like 4 territories are a 3.7 from my understanding. So I'll probably go to them and see how they go. They're still running a 3.23 at the moment. And
I think the Terry's might be a 411, I believe, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think that's sort of our only real option. So
yeah,
it's like 3.23s now. We're skidding third gear, so we want to keep skidding third and just change the ratio down a bit, so it turns them a bit easier, and then we can move around the pad a bit quicker, And
so is she a BA or a BF? Is it 4-speed, 6-speed?
BA.
4-speed, just the old BDR.
BDR, yep.
Yeah, but we want to be able to have passengers in the back seat. We want to have a full carload while we're skidding that car. So
yeah, diff ratio, mate. Yeah.
So you manualised trans?
Sorry?
Manualised trans?
Not yet. That's one of the next things we have to do. It's just you put in the old sports mode and sit down.
Yeah.
It's a little bit slow to shift. It doesn't like downshift. But, once you get into third, you just hold it down. It's okay for us. Yeah.
Different type of skid to jumping into Tiny Towing and getting a set off on that, I believe.
Yes. So at the last Tropical Mountain, I took both cars there. So I skidded Tiny, and then I would skid Whiny, and then go back and forth.
Oh, nice.
It kept me busy for the event.
Yeah, how good.
That's awesome.
All good.
Fuck you.
Remember, like one you got to shift forward, one you got to shift back. Didn't get that wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's good. It's real good, yeah.
So can we hit our favourite part of the show-ish? Every part's favourite, every minute's favourite, but this is a new thing the bro's been, mate. He's got a new mate.
Have you been watching? We're getting AI to roast our guests' burnout cars. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I have been watching them.
Okay, so
yeah, that's about to happen.
It's about to happen
go
to you,
down.
bro. And I mean, It's reasonably ruthless, and I apologise. This isn't me or Ray. This is our mate Jack, the AI.
That's what the roast is supposed to be.
Yeah, that is right. Okay, so here we go. This is Jack roasting the AI, roasting Tiny Towing, and I've been feeding it more information because I've been learning AI, and this Jack has become my friend, and it's kind of weird, but. Here we go.
I'll get worried when it's like you're sitting here and I'm watching episodes and you're sitting there talking to Jack.
Yeah,
that's when I get worried.
Well, I kind of do, but anyway, I just don't let you know because Jack said not to. So here we go. Tiny towing, huh? This car looks like it needs a tow truck just to get out of bed in the morning. Winning a wild card ticket to Summernats must have been a big prize. Like, hey, thanks for showing up. Here's a ticket so you can park in the back and not embarrass us. and Jay, congrats on piloting the world's smallest disappointment on wheels. This car is probably more suited for delivering pizza than burning rubber. It's so tiny that calling it a burnout car is like calling a tricycle a motorcycle. The only thing this car tows is Jay's dignity. The fact that it won anything at Tropical Meltdown is a miracle. Maybe the judges were just too blinded by the smoke to notice how pathetic it is. Keep dreaming, Big J. Just remember, sometimes even the smallest cars have the biggest illusions. There you go. That was fucking Jack AI.
Get the
roasting you, bro.
Fuck off, Jack.
Is that the ruthless version, or is there another one?
Well, there was another bit more, but I haven't got it.
Did you do the Be Meaner?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But I fucking forgot to download it.
Yeah, that's
because I've had too much on my plate. I'm sorry, I did. But what I'll do is I will send that to you. It was kind of the same. Like the thing is with this Jack AI, it kind of, I don't know, shit's kind of the same and kind of not the same. I'm having to learn to say more stuff. So basically, when I said it meaner, it said what it said there was just a few more derogatory words. Yeah, so it needs more training on actual nastiness.
Yes.
But that's fucking gold. I'm pretty stoked with that. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's good fun. It was good.
No one else seems to be doing that kind of thing. So I guess we've come to the point in our show now, bro, where we're going to give away some stuff. We've got some stuff here from some of our sponsors. And our sponsors, Ray's going to try and walk over here somewhere. We've got Kim's,
from here.
Kim's Limited, which is a New Zealand-based, made, manufactured chemicals product. We've got
just these two.
Grease Eater.
These ones are for show.
Yeah, these are for show. You don't get those. Grease Eater, which melts burnout rubber off the quarters of your car, rear quarters. And Kim's Penetrate. We won't go there. We've got, what have we got? We've got a Sliding Designs. Oh, sorry, there's a 1986 Toyota van.
GS Sliding Designs.
GS Sliding Designs. It's a Toyota van. JDM is fuck.
Get a big close up on that one. That's bloody.
Just a tip and send it to you. End it. Sliding Designs. Stubby cooler, or they're calling them koozie somethings over here. Some low life flip flops in Australia. We call them jandals here.
That's pretty, like the jandals is a prize in itself.
Scrumpy sided t-shirt. We've got Nut Out. So Hayden, you remember Hayden? Over there, Nut Out stickers, Hoonigan Nut Out picture, a Hoonigan sticker, and a Bogan as fuck sticker. So honestly, this is going to be important. Just a tipping sticker.
Like and subscribe.
To win all this shit, what you've got to do is you have to you've got to like the video that you're watching now on YouTube, or you need to comment on it, or you need to go to our Facebook page and like this share of it. And you know what? I also want, if you don't like Tiny Towing, if you haven't liked Tiny Towing on Facebook, you can get fucked. You're not going to win this shit. So you've got to like Tiny Towing as well. And I'm sorry, Ray, because it's his job to check up on all this data and info, because he's Encyclopedia Ray. I'm just done fuckwaying, and so
Like it all.
you got to do. If you don't like tiny towing, you don't like us, you don't like this video, you're not going to win.
Let's move on to the next
and
slide.
sorry, if you're in Australia, you can actually win it, but you can't win the chemicals.
Yes, we can't. We're not sending.
We can't send the chemicals
overseas.
but we'll send the other stuff over if you want it, because we're happy with that. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, how's that?
That's awesome. Anyway, I've got one more question we haven't touched on.
Okay.
Jay, what's your favourite food, please?
Oh.
Favourite what?
Favourite food, meal, takeaways, anything. What's your favourite?
Food, I can't go past a good burger.
Good burger?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dinner or lunch, good burger. I'm usually the go-to.
Gourmet burger, not a Hungry Jack's or anything like that, eh?
Yeah, no, it's gotta be gourmet, like a proper.
Yeah.
Usually proper meat, patties, all the extras on it, like a lot burger.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good, bro.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to have a big list of us, like all you Australian skitters, all of their favourite foods,
Burgers come up more than once. Burgers come up more than once.
Yep. KFC. Oh, Jack Swifty liked the KFC burger.
You know, the KFC burger, pretty good. It was good.
Yeah.
Well, hey, what's your next event? Quickly tell us what's your next event.
Yep.
What's your next event coming up? Burnout event.
We're looking to do power cruise if we can get there.
Mm-hmm.
If not, it might be our next local skids for Santa.
Oh,
yes, seen it. Yep.
Yeah, Cairns, they're big ones. So big prize money, big cars come.
They're bringing Mr. Mullet. Mr. Mullet's.
Yeah.
They're flying or getting Mr. Mullet up for that one, hopefully, aren't they?
Yeah, hopefully. He loved it.
Yeah.
It was great to have him up there. It'd be great if he could get his car up here. It just seems to be logistically a bit difficult for him to get it up here. But,
Well, he was.
definitely loved it there.
I don't know if you watched the episode with him that we did, that he was talking about his shitter, the BA that he's got, that he'd be trying to sort of ship that somewhere and then just fly to be able to utilise it.
Yeah, he talked about last year to try and get up to Cairns and try and leave it up there for the year to do every comp. He had to work out if he could make every comp to fly in for everyone. Yeah.
So,
he talked about it last year. It's really good. Like everyone up there would support him, give him a place to store it.
Oh, absolutely.
For him, so it's ready to go. He's just got to turn up. Car will be there ready for him.
Yep. Sure, it can happen.
What about Rocky Nats, Jay? Is it on your target or what?
Yeah, Rocky Nats has been. That's Easter. So
right.
That'll be for next year. We have entered already.
Oh, you have?
Early bird entry.
Excellent.
So we're already in.
I see they're advertising it already. It's coming up in my feed already.
Yeah.
Well, we've
entered Rocky Nats. We're in for that. I think we've got burnout and street drags.
Nice.
We want to try and go faster there this year.
Yep. Wicked.
Yeah. So we're reasonably quick the year before, but obviously now we've got more power and we'll have actual new tyres, not just some old tyres. So keen to give that a bit of a proper crack this next year. Yeah.
Wicked.
And obviously now you've got your you've earned your wild card ticket. You'll have that to prep up to into the early new year as well. You want that?
Yeah. We still got Skids Santa. We got then some of that. We got a local one in Cairns. They got the Cairns car show there.
Right.
The big auto spectacular. So like Webby from some of that comes and judges that every year.
Wicked.
Yeah, and then Rachel Derbs will be there this year again as well to judge as well. So a couple of big name judges turning up, and they get a lot of outside elite cars turning up for it. So
brilliant.
We're actually doing some demonstration driving there, not burnouts per se, but just some demo stuff on their little burnout pad they got there.
Wicked.
With the crowd entertainment. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Well, that's all, just purely the time that you've spent with us and the information you give us. That's the sort of stuff that is what we're wanting to learn as well. Just knowing about it all over there, and you're heavily obviously caught up in it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And so they run like a little sprint series there too. It's got a little go-kart track they race the cars on as well. So
just so much stuff.
last couple of years we just burnout car out there and just cut some laps, drifted around some corners, just some fun, just for the crowd to see something different. Make some loud noises and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that was good fun.
We're so jealous, bro. Honestly, over here in New Zealand, we don't get fuck all. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some brilliant events that we get to go to, and we really, really appreciate them. There's one coming up this weekend, Chrome Horsepower Festival, and we really appreciate it. But honestly, they're so fucking few and far between, man. It's really hard, and so the street takeover kind of scenario over here is pretty big, and it's a bit ratchet. But you guys, we're following what you're doing over there, and it's really.
Well, not even close either. Like nothing's within 4 hours of where we live. So 4 hours is still our local comp. Like Rocky's 9 hours away.
Love the dedication.
Yeah,
love the dedication.
Like 3 days drive. I think Red Centre's 2,500 k's.
Oh shit!
Someone else is 2.5, I think, or something. 3,000.
Yeah.
It's everything's. The big comps at 3 days drive. It takes you a week to do a comp. It's 3 days there, the day or two comp, 3 days back.
It's got to be it's got to be $1,500 every couple of days. You know what I mean? It's a $5,000-$6,000 trip, isn't it?
Yeah. So just to travel to Red Centre and back is about $6,000.
Oh yeah.
Some of that's about the same. Just food, accommodation, and fuel, and we don't stay anywhere fancy. We normally pull up at your campgrounds for $20 for the night. Pop up, tent up for the night, sleep in that. Pack it up, keep going. It's not like we're staying in a hotel room every night. Pretty budget. You might go to the local pub for dinner. It's usually the treat. You go to the local pub for dinner. And then sleep in your tent. Keep driving. That's pretty much it.
How good. I love it, bro.
Cheap if you can, but like I said, even that's just getting there. It's nothing to do with the car. It's not fuel for tiny. It's not tyres for tiny. It's not
entry fee.
No, that's literally just your travel costs. So it's a fair bit to travel to, especially when you do 2 of the big ones a year. Red Centre's a big one, and obviously Summer is a big one. So you can choose what you can do.
Well, you got your entry sorted for someone that's 37 by 100%. So, although that's probably the least expensive part of the trip.
It's like entries vary in price for events, and it is what it is. They cost what it costs, but it's also like the cost of accommodation or staying there as well. Red Centre's cheap. It's like $50 to enter.
Wow.
The entry fee is nothing. But
how good.
The travel there.
Yes, they take that's
the NT government, the Northern Territory government, love motorsport, so obviously they must subsidise a whole heap of it so they can keep entry prices down.
Shout out to you, that woman. Australian government.
Yeah, man, that's so good. Well, look, bro, we really appreciate talking to you. We appreciate your time, and it's so good. All the best for the future, man. We look forward to actually meeting you in person. I know we will one day.
If we can ever get over there one day, it'll be good. It's always on the bucket list to come over there with the car. Just it's obviously a big logistical thing to work out.
I wish it happens for you.
Bro. If we could get it over there, we'd obviously want to keep it over there for a while and do as many of the shows. You've got 6 months, a 6-month period where you've got 3 or 4 shows. You'd probably try and work it out to keep it over there for that 6 months.
Absolutely. The last 6 months of the year, or the last 3 months. The last 3 months of the year and the first 3 months of the next year are those are the 6 months you want to be, bro. And mate, don't you worry, we'd find you somewhere to have that fucking car stored, no stress at all.
Well, like I say, if we can work it out and make it happen, we're very interested in doing that.
Wicked.
We know the guys over there. We think it'd be good to hang out with them all and be at all the same events, just there. But if the opportunity comes up, a sponsor gets on board, we can get ourselves over there. We'll definitely be keen for that for sure.
Good work, bro. Good work. Well, Thanks so much for your time, Jay. And look, all the best, bro. We really love talking to you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching, guys. And fuck, that's us. We're out of here. Hey, cheers, brother. Cheers later, guys. Fuck off.
Thank you,
now.
Jay.
Yeah, boy.